Okay, first lesson, where to start. The first thing I recommend you do is acknowledge to yourself that you are indeed an actor. Even if you don't know much about it or where to start, you do have to acknowledge that fact to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Even if there's self-doubt, just say, I am an actor. Put it there. Acknowledge it. You'll probably feel this great excitement, and then, of course, the doubt rushes in. But don't worry about that. That's what this course is here to help you handle. You have to realize that it's not just a pipe dream, that it can be a reality, that it's really something you can make happen. At this point, you should ask yourself this very basic but really important question. Why do I want to be an actor? What is it that drives me? What's the purpose of all of it? And it's really key because when you really find the true purpose of why you want to be an actor, it will help pull you through those times that, may not be so fun. Might be a little tough, a little hard going, have to slug it out somehow. And what pulls you through is acknowledging and knowing what your purpose is. You fire it up and get it going again and take more responsibility for it. And that purpose is so vital to the whole future of your career. So what could it be? There are many. Some people are like, I just want to be famous and make lots of money. Okay, if that's your purpose, fine. Others have something a little stronger about how it can help others. You want to tell stories through movies that get people excited, get them having hope about life again. They get out there and do things after they watch the film. There's that. There's also another purpose is maybe, films can be almost eternal. They've only been around 100 and some years, and there's still movies made 100 years ago that people watch today. Obviously, those actors in those movies are no longer around. So it's like your work can transcend your mortal life, so to speak, and continue to inspire and help people in the future. So it's a really powerful tool for that. So is that your purpose? Is that part of it? I'm not suggesting that you have that purpose. I am saying you need to identify what your personal purpose is and be really honest about it with yourself. You have to be truly honest about it and recognize it. And it's kind of a joy to know what that is, to really identify it. Also, there's this other part, is that you probably don't even know what an actor truly does. Maybe you have an idea. If you've done some background work or been on a set, then you have sort of an idea. You see that the actors come on and they block the shot and they discuss with the director and the cameraman and so on. Or you've been on a set already and you know what that's like. But, the life of an actor is, the small part of it is being in front of the camera. That's the very quick, small part of it. Everything around that you have to learn as well. Like not only preparation, which is pretty critical, but also how to deal with the business side of the industry, and then the realities of waiting in your trailer, discussing things with your agent, and so on. There's a lot to it. So you can't really assume that. If you have not been around actors at all, which a lot of new actors haven't, I know personally I didn't. So we'll go into that in the next part. Like what happens when you want to get into acting, but absolutely nobody you know knows anything about it. So we'll go into that into our next part. But for now, write down and identify what your purpose is. And really dig into this. I think you should also look into what stories actually do for society. Stories are incredibly powerful, probably more powerful than science itself. And you should learn about that. You should find out what people have learned about it, identified with it, and what that power does to a society in general. Because you are part of something really big as an actor. Stories are incredibly powerful and shape societies, which is a big responsibility. So, that helps steel you when someone says, hey, yeah, you're an actor. Wow, oh, so fun. But that's not really important. What you should really be doing is being a doctor, because that is far more serious, or a scientist. These things are serious, whereas acting, kind of a kid's thing. Not a chance. It's really important. So find that out. Look it up. Don't just listen to me. Read about it. Look online. Find out why are stories important to society and life in general. I mean, you have your own experience with it, and you know what it does for you. But look what it does on a broader basis. It's amazing. And you'll be very happy to be part of it. I am.